commercial aircraft only activities on the east side of runway 21. Has weather information. Forward to the surrounding areas available on high loss and flight service frequencies. And 5 initial contact if information X-ray.
X-ray is current.
Parkersburg Tower information X-ray 16530. Meet our observation. Winds 240 at 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds 3,100. 4,000 scattered. 4,700 scattered. Temperature 26, 2.17. Altimeter 3031. Runway 21. Visual approaching news.
All right, we have the ATIS there. The next thing we'll use in the bottom frequency will be the ATIS at Parkersburg, so we'll go ahead and set that to 124.35. And then I know I'm going to be on Unicom here, and the next place I'm going to call is going to be Clarksburg Approach when I look for flight following. In my nav, I'm actually going to tune nothing on the way out there, so we'll get that on the way back. Okay, so X-ray is current. Let's continue with our checklist here. Alright, but cabin heat and air is desired before we taxi. I believe it is. Cabin air, no heat. Avionics on and set. Transponder is set to altitude. We'll get a time. Altimeter is 3. What did he say? 3031. That checks. All right. Taxi lay is required. Brakes test. We'll test the brakes here on taxi, and then we'll get over to the runway and do our run up. Let's roll just a little bit. Check the brakes here. They feel good to me. Here's our clock. We're going to need that today for timing our waypoints. So we've been trying to do this flight for days. This is our first solo cross country. We're going to go to Parkersburg. We have a flight plan that we filed here. We also have a, we're going to get flight following on the way over and back. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima taxiing from the north hangars to runway 23, Fairmont. All right, let's straighten up the nose wheel. Let's do a little run up right here, okay? Here's our before takeoff checklist. Flight controls free and correct. Let's check. This side goes up, that side goes down. Elevator comes up, that side goes up, that side goes down. Elevator goes down, the box feels good. Rudder goes right, rudder goes left. All right, free and correct. Flight instruments, are they correct? Let's see. Pretty much centered. Our DG is way off. It's left of 060. All right, elevator trim set for takeoff. Go ahead and do a quick run up here, so we'll go full rich and then we'll lean for best power once we get up here to 1700. So here is 1700 RPM. Let's start leaning. We can get sometimes like 100 RPM improvement out of this engine. We'll go right in there. We'll bring it back to 17 and check our mags. All right, here's left. Back to both. There's right. Back to both. We have suction. Engine instruments all in the green. Carb temperature is good. We'll check carb heat. There's the drop. We'll go ahead and pull the throttle back. And the engine keeps running. Carb heat in. Throttle back to 1,000 RPM. No pitot heat required. Flaps are up. Landing light is on. Radios we verified. Transponder is set to altitude at 1200. Doors, windows closed and locked. Locked. Seats and seat belts are secured. We'll check my seat. Yep. Secured. And I think we are ready to get out of here. Let's make our call. Let's activate our flight plan. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is taking runway 23. We'll make a straight out departure, get out of the pattern, and then we'll be heading to the west, Fairmont. Alright, lights are on, mixtures on both, fuel selectors on both, trim set for takeoff, mixture is full as best power, carb heat is off, lights are on, transponder, departure time is going to be 1:53. Looks like approach end is clear. Looks like departure end is clear. Whip this around here. Get centered up. Alright, feet on the brakes. Slowly bring in full power. We're making good power. Engine looks good. Heels to the floor, right rudder. Airspeed's alive. 40. 50. There's 60. Little rotation. Stay in ground effect till we build up some speed. There we go. We'll climb out around a little over 80 here. Pretty bumpy. '85. Engine looks good. We'll just keep the climb coming here. At 85 now. Between 80 and 85. And once we get above pattern altitude, we'll start our turnout. We're about at pattern altitude. We'll go ahead and make our turnout, and then we'll start a nice, easy right-hand turn to get on course. While we keep that climb going. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, we are 2,300 departing the pattern, westbound departure Fairmont. Alright, let's keep our eyes peeled for traffic and also still give, let's give approach control a call. We are about
over traffic,
3 miles southwest of Fairmont. Parkersburg approach, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, VFR request.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Parkersburg approach, say request.
And approach, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is a 172/India. We'd like to pick up flight following to Parkersburg Airport, 4,500. We're currently about 3 miles southwest of Fairmont.
Alright, 2 calling at once, aircraft calling on 119.6, changed my frequency 121.15 and stand by. November 52 Lima, say again.
And approach, this is Skyhawk 3852 Lima is a 172/India. We're looking for flight following to Parkersburg, 4,500.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, what airport are you departing?
Sorry, we're about 3 miles west of Fairmont Airport.
52 Lima, squawk 5731.
5731, 52 Lima.
And other aircraft, if you're on 121.15, go ahead with request. Friendly 77, Clarksburg, departure, radar contact.
All right, one of the things I'm going to tell you is that we're not really monitoring our waypoints here like we should be. I know the first one is the stacks, and I should be flying a heading of 273 the whole way. So I'm going to get over here now and try to maintain that.
Heading 52 Lima, 5731 in the squawk.
5731, 52 Lima.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, radar contact 5 miles west of Fairmont Airport, shape 3500, altimeter is 3029er.
3029er, 3852 Lima. Okay, on course. Here come the stacks. I am going to start timing my waypoints here once I've passed the stacks. Engine still looks good. Go ahead and maintain. I'm going to actually, once I stop climbing here, we'll reset the compass. I think we're just a little bit off here. We may be able to get to 4,500. We may have to get lower for clouds, but we are VFR, so that's kind of our prerogative. All right, we're about to pass.
Skyhawk 716, Tango Hotel, Clarksburg, departure, radar contact.
Oil pressure looks good. We'll get the speed up here just a little, get some more air going across it. Let's go ahead and start the timer now. Start leveling out here. And then we'll bring the power back to 2,450 RPM, 2450 RPM. We'll trim down for this, for our cruise. Then bring the power back to our cruise power setting of 2,450 RPM. Which is right about there. And then once we get up here, we'll do a quick cruise checklist. Power 22, 27, we're good there. Trim, adjust, and lean. So let's go ahead and work on leaning the mixture. Get a little more nose down trim going, we're still climbing. Let's also check our DG. It's a little bit to the 30 side of west, so we're pretty much on course here. Power setting looks good. Let's go ahead and lean. We're watching the EGT. Very easy, small adjustments. That was a little decrease, so I'm going to go just a couple swipes to the right there. We should see that EGT gauge fall a little. It is falling. We are on course. I'm going to briefly remove my right shoulder harness so that I can reach my log sheet, because part of this exercise is tracking our waypoints, okay? So let's get organized on that. We should be 13 minutes, 15 seconds between the stacks and our next waypoint, which is going to be West Union. West Union is going to be a little town on our left. We'll see some oil and gas wells. So we're tracking pretty good here on course. 8 minutes, so in about 4 to 5 minutes, we'll start looking over here for West Union on the left. There's some natural gas pads and stuff we saw the last time we flew over here that are maybe a little bit more visible.
We're 3852 Lima, contact ND Center 125.55.
2555, 52 Lima, thanks.
425 ND Center, cross frequent 10,000 and 250 knots, Columbus, altimeter 3024.
ND Center, Skyhawk 3852 Lima with you, 5,300.
I had 2 of you check on November 3852 Lima, ND Center, Parkersburg, altimeter 302, correction 3030, and they're advertising runway 21, information Yankees current.
All right, 3030 for 3852 Lima, thanks.
And who else checked on?
All right, we're coming up on
American 1551 ND Center, descend now to flight level 230, then cross New Commerce Town at flight level 190.
Coming up on where I would expect.
Priority Air 05, contact Huntington approach 119.75.
1975, Priority Air 5, good day.
The start of our pads to be. I do see some oil and gas pads, believe it or not. That I believe is close to our waypoint, and I believe West Union sits to the left of our route. Nope. Sits to the west of our route. Yeah, and there's a big road over there as well. Yeah, that's going to be West Union over there on the other side of the two-lane highway. So.
Allegiant 1692, cross Nichols at 1000, Columbus altimeter 3024.
Nichols 11,000, Alliance 1692. Do you need the speed over Nichols?
No, sir.
11 over Nichols, delete the speed.
Yeah, I'm not liking it.
Indy Center, good afternoon. Altair 915 is checking in 14.5 VFR Lexington.
Altair 915, Indy Center, the Parkersburg altimeter 3030.
3030.
Some of these clouds and things. I also got to get organized in here to keep some stuff.
Blue Street 5398, Indy Center, descend and maintain 16,000, gain altimeter 3024.
So we'll go ahead and mark. I see West Union. I have the waypoint. So let's go ahead and mark that. That was 1330. And we'll start it again. That was about 15 seconds behind where we thought we would be. Pretty good.
American 1551, contact Cleveland Center on 126.905. You too. Breaker 4425, contact Columbus approach 134.0.
So the next one, we continue to fly this 273 heading.
November 498, Tango Bravo, the Parkersburg altimeter is 3030. I'm just showing you at 7300 there.
So let's just take a quick look at Parkersburg, make sure we understand everything. Their field elevation is 858, 1900 is pattern altitude. We'll see if we can tune their ATIS from here. 124.35. Nope. That's too bad. All right, we're 5.5 minutes between waypoints here. What are the chances that I can get them here? Give it a try. Nope. 1782. That is Clarksburg. I meant 124.35. Okay, we can expect runway 21. Expect runway 21, visibility 10 miles. Alright, our next waypoint is going to be St. Mary's on the right. And I see the river up there, and I see the stacks that are past the airport. St. Mary's going to be a little town over here on the right, which we've seen before on our last flight over here. We're going to land. We'll do a full stop. We'll just we're not even going to shut down. We're just going to get reconfigured. And then we're going to come right back over. So it'll be a real quick stop in Parkersburg. 260 at 6, landing 21, so it's going to be a crosswind from the right. We are on course. I may even see the field, to be completely honest with you. It's in front of me. We should see it. We're in Almatel Center here. Real quick, we'll look at our descent checklist. We need to figure out, we got to get down 3,000 feet times. We should do about 9 miles out, I guess. Alright, descent, mixture adjust, power as desired, carb heat as required. Descent checklist, so we'll keep our eyes on all that as we get a little closer here to Parkersburg. There's St. Mary's over in the pocket of the river. I see the power plant, which to me is going to be to the right of the field. The field's going to be right here on top of the, right by the power plant, right in front of us. I see the power plant.
AC 4265, 80 center, climb, maintain, flight level 230.
Which is way past the airport, so I definitely have the field. That's the field right in front of it. And center, Skyhawk 3852 Lima. We have Parkersburg in sight and also Yankee.
November 3852 Lima, roger, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, contact Parkersburg Tower 123.7, and have a good day.
Okay, Squawk VFR, and over to Tower 123.7. Good day. At Parkersburg Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima. We are 12 to the east, 4,400 inbound with Yankee, full stop.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Parkersburg Tower, port 2 mile left base, runway 21.
All right, 2 mile left base, runway 21, 3852 Lima. So, how do I not see this airport? So, yeah, again. It's got to be. No. You know what? You know what these are? These are different stacks. Okay. Haha. Haha. Mystery solved. These are different stacks. The bend in the river, the airport's clear up there. So I don't know what I thought I saw. Also, is that an airplane? Alright, so now we should start our descent at this point. There's the field. Crack the carb heat as required. Go ahead and power down a little bit. Let's just start a nice, easy descent. I see the field to the left. We're going to go ahead and set up over here for a nice 2-mile base entry. For 2-1. Field elevation is 900, 1900 is the pattern. So we've got a little ways to go. Parkersburg Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, 2-mile left base for runway 21.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Parkersburg Tower, Roger. How you been hearing me?
5 Lima.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Roger, not in sight, runway 21, clear to land.
Cleared to land, runway 21, 3852 Lima. Alright,
Skylane 38 Mike, Parkersburg Tower, how do you hear?
I can hear you now, but you may have cut out earlier because you didn't respond when I called out earlier.
Yeah, I answered you like 3 or 4 times, you weren't hearing me.
Roger that, you're coming across clear now.
go ahead and get
Skylane 38 Mike, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Runway 28, clear for takeoff, Skylane 28 Mike.
A little bit of power. Oh yeah, now we're good. 95. We'd be slowing to 85 normally on base. We're a little high still. Let's get down some more. Slowing down. Let's bring in the second notch of flaps. That's 20 degrees. Keep that descent coming. We're still high. We got lots of room here though. Approach end looks clear. That's beautiful. And we'll go ahead and start our turn to final here. Keep the nose down. Really high. Pull some power out. third notch flaps. All right, now we'll start pitching for airspeed, powering for altitude.
Sky 38 Mike for flight following, contact Indianapolis Center on 125.55. Have a good day.
Over to 2555, thanks for your help.
Wind 260 at 5. White 3 ground, cross runway 28 at Echo.
Okay, carb heat in, flaps up.
Park 52 Lima, you turn left on taxiway Echo and taxi to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Okay, left on Echo and to the ramp with you, 52 Lima, thanks. Well, you know, happy with that I'm on the ground. I'm embarrassed by the landing. And Tower 5 Lima, if it's okay with you, can we just reconfigure here and taxi back for an immediate departure, 5 Lima?
Affirmative, just left turn there on, well actually you already crossed that. You can go across the ramp or make a 180 and back out onto Alpha and then taxi 21.
Roger, I'll park right here by this Piper just for a second and then we'll give you a call on ground. Thanks for your help.
Okay, you can just remain this frequency. If you want to go on behind that helicopter and just put it out onto taxiway Delta there and just let me know when you're ready to taxi from Delta. That way the FBA will know you're going back out.
Roger, thanks for your help, 5 Lima. Okay, let's just reconfigure real quick. And we'll just turn the lights off. We need to close our flight plan. All right, let's go ahead and set up our VOR. We're going to fly back with the 108.6 VOR. We landed at roughly 240. It was a terrible landing again. 108.6. The 93-degree radial. 93-degree radial will take us home. All right, carb heat's in. Flaps are up. Let's And Parkersburg Tower, Sky 3852 Lima, we are ready to taxi for VFR departure to the east.
Sky 52 Lima, Parkersburg ground, runway 21, taxi via Delta and Alpha.
All right, runway 21 via Delta Alpha, 3852 Lima. Okay, this is Alpha. To the right here is where we're going to go. Engine still looks good, tons of fuel. All right, taxi lights on. Over in the middle. What the heck is wrong with you, Chris? I've got to get better. I got to get better. That landing was gusty, to say the least. All right, trim is set for takeoff. We'll head back to Fairmont now. We're gonna fly the we're going to fly potentially on that VOR on the radial. We're going to try to get to 5,500, but we'll see if the ceiling will let us on the way. We'll just real quick run it up one more time. I just want to make good and sure. Suction, everything looks good. Our engine's in the green. Okay, let's give tower a call and 123.7. No, I didn't. And Parkersburg Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima holding short runway 21, ready for a VFR departure to the east.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Parkersburg Tower, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 21, 3852 Lima. Okay, approaching, clear, except for that giant bird. Departure end looks clear, windsock looks pretty much straight down. Flag 1, ground cross runway 28 at Echo. Straight down the kisser. Alright, doors closed and locked, seatbelts are on, fuel selectors on both, trim is set for takeoff, flaps are up. Engine looks good, full power, right rudder. Airspeed's alive. 40. Here's 50. Here's 60. We're gonna rotate, not so much right rudder, a little bit. There we go, ground effect. And climb out at 80. Engine looks good.
Parkersburg Tower, Cherokee 44290, 10 miles to the east, inbound Yankee.
Cherokee 44290, Parkersburg Tower, port left base, runway 21, and say altitude.
290 is 2,800, and we will port left base 21.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, say altitude climbing to.
5,500.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Roger, proceed on course when able, and traffic just called up 10 east of the field at 2,900 inbound to the airport.
All right, we're gonna stay on this runway heading until we're, let's say 2,300. Then we'll turn on course.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Roger, report turning on course.
Report on course, 52 Lima. Yep, we're gonna avoid traffic for sure. Let's start on course now. And Skyhawk 3852 Lima, we're turning, making a left turn here on course to the east, 3852 Lima.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Roger, report leaving 3000.
Report leaving 3000, 52 Lima. There's the city. Definitely want to keep our eyes peeled here for traffic. And 52 Lima, we're leaving 3000.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, thank you. Frequency change approved. Have a good day.
All right, change approved. Good day. Who should I contact for flight following? 52 Lima?
Indianapolis Center 125.55 for flight following.
Roger, 52 Lima. Have a good day.
You too. Good day.
Indy Center, good afternoon. Skyhawk 385 to Lima, VFR request.
Calling, say the call sign again.
It's Skyhawk 385 to Lima.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, go ahead.
52 Lima is a 172 slant India. We're about 3 miles southeast of Parkersburg Airport. We'd like flight following to Fairmont, 4 Golf 7 at 5,500.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, squawk 3763.
3763, 3852 Lima.
Indy Center, Skyline 238, Mike.
Skyline 238, Mike.
I tried to reach Columbus Center on 34.0. He's slightly broken. He's telling me a different frequency, but I can't understand him.
Roger, you tried 34 nothing?
Affirmative, we tried 34 nothing. He's broken on that.
Alright, let me see if he's got another one. November 38 Mike, try Columbus approach on 132.3.
32.3, 238 Mike.
Number 9 Mike Charlie, Parkersburg Airport, 12 o'clock, 17 miles, report in sight.
Mike Charlie, Roger.
Number 3852 Lima, radar contact 5.5 miles east of Parkersburg Airport. So yeah, 4,000, maintain VFR to Clarksburg altimeter 3029er.
Okay, maintain VFR position checks, and we're going to actually modify our altitude to 3,500 for cloud clearance. 52 Lima.
52 Lima, Roger, maintain VFR.
VFR, 52 Lima, thanks.
119 Mike Charlie, yes, Parkersburg in sight.
Okay, let's get configured here. Let's turn our landing light off. Let's do a quick cruise checklist here. Now that we're reasonably on course. Power is set as desired.
5 Mike Golf, clear direct to
Adjust trim and lean the mixture. That's what we're going to do once we get all settled in here. We're still climbing.
5479, contact Indy Center 124.22.
We have to stay below 500 feet below clouds.
Repeat that for
and 5,500 was going to just be
5479,
not a
contact
snowball's
Indy Center
chance.
124.22.
24.22 and never 5479.
All right, let's keep our eyes open for traffic. Quick scan. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Our ground speed is much better this time around with the tailwind. We've got currently 117 miles an hour. Once we get actually leveled out, we're still climbing. We'll be even better.
Center break here at 4450 with 27.7 for 240.
We're going to crack just a Scotia carb beat as well.
Center descend now to level 230.
We're close to that yellow arc on our carb temperature meter, one of my favorite things about this airplane.
Send out to 230 and cross Nichols at 11 break here at 4450.
It's so beautiful. I mean, I know I've only got 20 hours in this thing, but is there really anything quite like this? I don't know that there is. So on the trip back, by the way, we were going to fly...
Number 3852 Lima, contact Parkersburg approach 121.15.
2115, 3852 Lima. Thanks for your help. Parkersburg approach, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is with you, 4,200.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Clarksburg approach. Clarksburg altimeter 3026. Advise ATIS information Zulu.
3026, and we'll grab the ATIS, 52 Lima. Okay, let's one thing we haven't done yet. Let's check our lean the engine here. We're probably pretty close. Let's just watch the EGT and listen to the RPM. Real slow, give the EGT time to appropriately change. There was a loss of power. So back in, we'll give it 1, 2, 3 swipes. We'll check on where the EGT lands. And we'll be good. All right, let's see if there's any chance we can hear Clarksburg. I wonder if they're going to get mad at me if I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you, that second radio is busted, and I don't like to leave approach frequency when I'm on flight following, so I'm going to just try to dial it up on this handheld. Okay. Three 52 Lima, we've got Zulu at Clarksburg.
52 Lima, roger.
All right, engine looks good. This time, what I was going to say earlier is, when we flew the dual cross country, if you watch that video, we flew off of a from radial from the JPU VOR up near Parkersburg. But to do that, we had to deviate pretty far to the north to pick up a radial from that back to Fairmont. What I'm showing you here is that I could get to that radial, but I'd have to fly. I mean, it's forever away. So this is 2, so the inverse of that, yeah, I'd have to fly way out of the way. So we're not going to fly that this time. We were totally cheating on the way back. Sorry, Tyler. We're cheating on the way back with with ForeFlight. So we're going to fly the magenta line on the way back and try to get there and all that. So it will be fine. We know how to navigate. So we'll be fine. The other thing you've got to watch, here's what's crazy, even at this reasonably accelerated engine rate, our cruise rate right now of 2,450 RPM, 2450, our outside air temperature right now is, I can't be at 60 degrees, reasonable amount of humidity, and I'm just watching the carb temp flirt with that yellow indicator even at this high of an RPM setting. So the solution to that is you just keep cracking carb heat. You get it 5 or 10 degrees above 5 or 10 degrees above the yellow arc. We'll have to pay a little bit of attention if things get real choppy in a little bit. It's a little just very light right now, but I would want to pay attention to my maneuvering speed. It's like 111 indicated.
52 Lima, no weather for Fairmont. Clarksburg winds are 2406, altimeter 3026.
3026, copy the wind. 52 Lima, thanks.
37 Alpha, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, 37 Alpha.
We'll nail a landing. It's definitely going to be 2-3, although we'll take a look as we overfly, because we'll be coming in from this side. We're going to have to overfly the field to do a teardrop into the left downwind for 2-3. Although plenty of people at that field don't do that. Make up their own traffic. We've heard right traffic at Fairmont makes me crazy. The stacks ahead are very familiar. That's our Shinston power plant that we use for so much of our maneuver training, flying towards the stacks. It's often our roll-in, roll-out point for steep turns, other maneuvers. All right, we kind of have a visual indicator of the winds off the stack. They are going kind of that way, which is good. That's from the side that would favor runway 23 at Fairmont, which is what we intended to land, and it looks like it's going to be the case. Engine looks good. All right, true story. I think I see the field. I think it's right in front of me. That would be about 13 miles, but I believe that's the field. we'll see. Let's see, the stacks are right there. I don't know though. It'd be a little further from the stacks, I think. Let's check our descent checklist while we've got just a minute. Mixture will adjust power as desired. Carb heat is required, which we've been paying very close attention to today. And that is our descent checklist complete. I don't know, man. I think that's the field, buddy. We'll wait till we get just a little closer, then we'll make our call, then we'll start descending. So our plan at Fairmont is going to be to overfly the field at 2,500 feet directly across the runway, go out and make a right-hand teardrop turn to enter the left downwind for runway 23. That's going to be our plan for how we're going to get into the pattern. That's the right way. And the safest way, and the way with the most visibility and all that. Is it the field? That's the question. Is it the field? If I could see 79, I'd have a better idea. It is a field. I don't know if it's a runway or not. But man, it's right where it should be. We'll just take a gander. We'll get a little closer. We need to tail approach though. At some point we're going to need to call. Approach 3852 Lima, we've got Fairmont in sight.
Yeah, 52 Lima, rudder services terminated. No traffic observed between you and the airport there. Squawk 1200 and freight exchange approved.
Squawk and VFR going to CTAF 3852 Lima. Thanks for your help.
Good day.
Okay, 120.8 is Fairmont's CTAF frequency. Let's give them a call. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima. We are 10 miles to the west of the field. We're going to overfly the field at 2,500 and make a right teardrop to enter the left base for runway 23, Fairmont. Okay, so let's think. We've got to get down to 2,500 feet times 3, 2, 4, 6, 7, so about 8 miles out we should start our 500 foot per minute descent. Thanks for that tip, Tyler. That's become very helpful. Alright, so let's figure out how we want to do this. We're definitely going to crack carb heat in. Descent checklist we already did. It's mixture, power and carb heat as desired. We'll go ahead and turn on one click of lights here as well. Let's go ahead and wait just a few more minutes before we start our descent. Overfly the field. I want to make absolutely sure that I see the field.
Cumberland traffic, Bonanza 676 tops on an 8.5 mile final for 23, Cumberland.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring carb heat in a little more. I think we can get a 500 feet per minute descent at like just over 2,000 RPM. Carb heat is in. Start a nice 500 foot per minute descent. Until we get to 2,500, which is what we want to overfly the field at. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, now 5 miles west of the field, descending through 3,300 for 2,500, going to overfly midfield, enter a left downwind runway 23, Fairmont. That'll also give us a minute to observe the windsock and all those things. Timed it out just about right, I believe. We're 2,900 descending. We'll go ahead and make a call out again here in just a second. And then we'll get set up for our descent and landing. And we'll nail it. Get a look at everything while we go, see if there's much activity over here, what the story is. Carb temp looks good, speed good, altitude's good. Let's make a call here, we're getting close to the field. I'll add a little power. Back to keep it at 2,500 feet over the field. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, we're overflying the field at 2,500, going to make a right teardrop and enter our left downwind runway 23, Fairmont. Don't see anyone, I'm looking for windsock. That one looks pretty crosswind-like from the left. See if we can get engaged. We're not going to see the other one. Keep our eyes out for try. It's definitely 2-3 though. Definitely 2-3. Pretty stiff crosswind from the left. All right. We'll get over here away from the airport. 2,500, that way we're above TPA by a lot. Then we'll, once we get kind of straight out here, we'll make a big, lazy right loop to enter the left downwind for 2-3. We'll also start our descent at that time. I just want to make sure I've got plenty of room between me and the field to make this to get in the down, because I really kind of want to be about there for the downwind. So we'll get across the river here and we'll start it. So we are what? East of the field now? Yeah, let's start a descent. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, we're east of the field, executing a right teardrop turn to enter left downwind for runway 23, Fairmont. Nice and easy. Try to get down to traffic pattern altitude. Not too steep, just nice, easy turns. I don't think I left myself quite enough room, but we'll fix that once we get over here. Don't chase it around or do anything crazy.
Indiana County, Jimmy Store traffic, November 757 Tango, 5 miles to the west for landing runway 29, Indiana County. Thanks, sir.
And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, now left downwind, runway 23, Fairmont. Beats, mixture as required. We are at pattern altitude. We are abeam the numbers, so we will now begin by bringing in 1 notch of flaps and starting a descent. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is turning base, runway 23, Fairmont. Keep the descent coming. That's the biggest mistake I make on these. Next notch. 20 degrees. A little low this time. That's very unusual for us, isn't it? Yes. Okay. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, turning final now, runway 23, Fairmont. Okay. Third notch coming in. Low power. Little power. Pretty gusty. Not terrible. Get over on center line.